Hey everyone. Welcome to Top Tech News. This is your news channel for getting updated with the latest tech news headlines and their impact on business and our lives. To read the full news article for any of the news that we cover, simply click on its link given below in the description. To stay updated, show us some love and hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. This way you would be informed whenever we upload a new video. Hi, my name is Dee and I am your host for today. Today's top headlines are: Tesla delays new Model S Plaid Plus orders to mid-2022. Premium electric surfboard maker Awake releases new lower-priced board. Nikon announces development of flagship mirrorless Z9. Roblox goes public at $41.9 billion valuation in direct listing. Oppo Find X3 Pro goes official with Snapdragon 888, 120Hz display, microlens camera. Let's get started. Tesla delays new Model S Plaid Plus orders to mid-2022. Tesla has delayed new Model S Plaid Plus reservations to mid-2022 in an update to its online configurator. Last night, Tesla updated its online configurator to change pricing on several models, including a $10,000 price increase on the Model S Plaid Plus. A few hours later, Tesla updated the Model S online configurator again to change the delivery timeline. When unveiling the new refreshed Model S in January, Tesla said that the new version of the vehicle would come in just a few weeks, except for the Model S Plaid Plus, which was slated for late 2021. Now the automaker has updated the delivery estimate to mid-2022 on the online configurator. While the delivery estimates are generally for new orders, Tesla is not actually taking orders for the Model S Plaid Plus. The automaker is only taking reservations with refundable deposits. Therefore, it could mean that Tesla is delaying Model S Plaid Plus deliveries, but it's unclear at this point. Unlike the other versions of the refreshed Model S, the Plaid Plus version is going to be equipped with Tesla's new 4680 battery cell and structural battery pack architecture. Tesla is claiming some impressive specs, including the fastest quarter mile of any production car ever, but it's a completely new way to produce vehicles, and it could take a while to bring it to production. It could be a ploy on Tesla's part to push up sales for the Model S Plaid, as that's coming earlier than the Plus version. This move would force customers who were waiting for the Plus version to either have an extended wait-in with a price increase or go in for the Plaid version only. Premium electric surfboard maker Awake releases new lower-priced board. When it comes to high-end electric surfboards, the Swedish company Awake floats near the upper crust of the category. Its boards are high quality, but they also carry high prices. Now the premium electric surfboard company is releasing its third model with an eye on a more affordable price point. Of course, terms like affordable are relative in the world of electric surfboards. The company's premier board, the Awake Rivik 1, was priced at €18,900, or $22,100, when it was unveiled over 2 years ago. Awake followed up with the Rivik S last year, dropping the price slightly to €16,900, or $18,700. After expanding the company's global sales network and opening a US-based subsidiary, now Awake is announcing its third board, the Awake Rivik 3. With an all-new design, the new board is entering the market at Awake's lowest price point yet, just €11,900, or $14,190. Those numbers might make your eyes water enough to fill a wave pool, but they reflect the type of high-end construction and low-volume production combination that sends prices sky-high in nascent industries. The patent-pending and modular Awake Rivik 3 features a revised hull design that updates the board's weight distribution, carving abilities, and hydrodynamic performance. The board incorporates new technology, such as an optimized electronic speed controller, a second-generation wireless hand throttle, and an all-new brushless motor paired with a redesigned impeller that creates a more aggressive profile. With a 53 km per hour, about 33 miles per hour top speed, the board definitely has plenty of performance for both beginner and skilled surfers. And with 3 skill levels to choose from along with 3 throttle sensitivity settings, the board can be tuned and grow with the user as his or her skills improve. By combining the learnings and market feedback from both Awake Rivik 1 and Awake Rivik S, the company created the Awake Rivik 3, perfect for the demanding action water sports enthusiast who is looking for a versatile electric surfboard with stable high-speed cruising capabilities, combined with agile race characteristics. The new Rivik 3 is now available to order from Awake's global retailer network, with deliveries beginning in April. Just keep in mind that the €11,900 price is before VAT. It's official, Nikon announces development of flagship mirrorless Z9. Following confirmation last week that it was working on a professional mirrorless Z-series camera, Nikon has officially announced the development of the Z9. Scheduled for release sometime this year, the Z9 will use a newly developed stacked CMOS sensor and processing engine. The image accompanying the announcement shows a camera larger than the Z6 Z7 II, with what appears to be an integrated vertical grip. At present, no other images are available. The Z9 is a pro-grade mirrorless camera with an integrated vertical grip. This high-resolution rendering appears to show a D6-style control cluster on the upper right of the top panel. It also shows a format option associated with the red video record button, likely one half of a traditional Nikon 2-button format shortcut. Confirmation of support for 8K video strongly suggests that this sensor will be based on the same chip that we've seen in Sony's flagship sports and action camera, the Alpha 1. That's all we know for now, but Nikon promises that the Z9 will represent ultimate usability as a tool, which, coupled with previously published remarks that the new camera was developed with the goal of surpassing the D6, hints at a professional workhorse, designed as much for ruggedness as performance. Roblox goes public at $41.9 billion valuation in direct listing. Roblox, the platform for Lego-like user-generated games, has gone public in a direct listing, where employees and investors finally get a chance to sell shares on the market. The initial price was far higher than the reference price of $45 a share, as the first trade was about $64.50 a share, giving the company a valuation of $41.9 billion. The event isn't an initial public offering, as the San Mateo, California-based company decided not to raise money for the company itself. But the direct listing tells the world just how valuable the public markets believe the company has become with its 32.6 million daily active users. Roblox's employees and shareholders sold more than 388.2 million shares out of a total 650 million available. The shares are trading under the RBLX stock symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. Shares are already trading above $70 a share. Though it chose not to raise money, Roblox itself still has plenty of cash, as it brought in $520 million in private funds last month at a $29.5 billion valuation, which was 7 times its value from a funding round from nearly a year before. The reason for that skyrocketing valuation is that the company saw huge increases in players during the pandemic. And since the company gets a 30% cut from the revenues generated by its user-generated games, the company's bookings for 2020 were $1.9 billion, double what they were the year before. With a higher-than-expected valuation, Roblox will be able to raise money in the future at a much higher price than it could have just a short time ago. And if any other company wanted to acquire Roblox, it will be far more expensive after today. The company will use the proceeds from the previous $520 million to hire more people. Right now, Roblox has more than 1,000 people, including more than 500 that were hired during COVID-19. Roblox's games have become so popular that people have played the best titles billions of times. On average, 32.6 million people come to Roblox every day. More than 1.25 million creators have made money in Roblox. In the year ended December 31, 2020, users spent 30.6 billion hours engaged on the platform, an average of 2.6 hours per daily active user each day. The next steps are building more features that can enable the metaverse, where people would spend more time and engage in a wider variety of activities. While that growth is good, it raises Roblox's costs. The company has more than 2,300 paid moderators who serve as contractors, and their job is to ensure civility. Much like Disney, Roblox is just beginning to see its audience get older and cross multiple generations. Neil Reimer, a partner at Index Ventures, one of Roblox's biggest backers, said in a blog post that he views Roblox as a new type of media company, much like Disney was when it emerged as a high-growth company in the 1950s. In many ways, Roblox could be considered a 21st century Disney, a category-defining media company that capitalized on major demographic and technological changes to create totally new forms of entertainment and human interaction, Reimer wrote. Unlike Disney, which has to find a common denominator to justify the cost of its productions and attractions, Roblox offers every group of visitors their own personal amusement park to explore that is tailored to their age and interests on any given day. He added, Roblox is probably the greatest contemporary example of a founder taking a very long view and never, not for a millisecond, doubting the relevance of the ultimate vision as they patiently build the broad foundation to underpin it. To arrive where it is today, Roblox had to resist the temptation to jump on the latest hot game genre and try to build its own version of Minecraft, Clash of Clans, or Fortnite. Instead, Dave remained humbly focused on ensuring that Roblox would be the place the next version of these games could be built. Oppo Find X3 Pro goes official with Snapdragon 888, 120Hz display, microlens camera. Oppo has released all the details of the Find X3 Pro smartphone it teased earlier this month, and it looks mightily impressive. The new flagship smartphone features a quad camera array with two 10-bit 50-megapixel cameras and a billion-color QHD plus curved display. Starting with the cameras, Oppo says that the design of this smartphone comes from understanding how actual photographers work. They change lenses, not camera systems. The company says the Find X3 Pro is inspired by DSLRs and doesn't force you to settle for a smaller, worse sensor when switching between the wide and ultra-wide cameras. As such, two cameras in the quad camera array feature an IMX766 50-megapixel sensor that Oppo says it co-engineered with Sony. The company also says that both are capable of capturing 10-bit images and video and also combining high resolution with intelligent autofocus and a 4cm macro focus distance. The wide-angle camera features optical image stabilization and a wide-open aperture of f1.8. The ultra-wide lens doesn't have a OIS, but does boast a native 110-degree field of view and a wide-open aperture of f2.2. Those two 50-megapixel cameras are joined by a 3MP f3 microlens for up to 60x magnification and up to full HD video recording, as well as a 13-megapixel telephoto camera with 5x hybrid optical zoom and up to 20x digital zoom and a wide-open f2.4 aperture. The telephoto camera also features the ability to shoot 10-bit color. The Find X3 Pro can also capture 4K 10-bit video in log and HDR, and has BT 2020 color gamut support along with full manual controls, giving it serious video capabilities. The small hole punch selfie camera is a 32-megapixel camera with an f2.4 lens. That's rather pixel dense for a front-facing camera, which likely means higher quality front-facing photos and video chatting capabilities. Oppo says that it spent considerable effort beefing up the autofocus capability of its cameras. The company claims that while many smartphone cameras only use about 3% of their pixels to focus an image and are only capable of right and left one-way focus, the Find X3 Pro uses 100% pixel coverage of its wide and ultra-wide cameras and is capable of 350-degree focus in all directions. Featuring the most advanced mobile focus technology, the dark light focus success rate rises from only 3% to 97%, Oppo boasts. In simple English, that means crisp shots across all lighting conditions. The Find X3 Pro also integrates what Oppo calls Digital Overlap High Dynamic Range, or DOL HDR. DOL HDR continuously generates frames in a line-by-line pattern which greatly reduces the long and short exposure frame intervals, reducing potential ghosting or light streaking. The company says that this delivers a better signal-to-noise ratio and provides wider dynamic range and improves support for high frame rate HDR capture. RAW capture on the Find X3 Pro is getting an upgrade to what Oppo is calling RAW Plus. RAW Plus delivers HDR capture in RAW format for more image information and greater scope for fine-tuning than standard RAW. From camera to encoding to storage to decoding to display, the entire flow of image making is carefully managed. While on the topic of the display, Oppo's 6.7-inch, 10-bit QHD Plus, that's 3216 by 1440 OLED screen gently curves over the edges of the phone and promises a 525 pixel per inch density with 1300 nits of peak brightness and a 5,000,000:1 contrast ratio. This 120Hz HDR10 Plus capable screen received an A+ certification from DisplayMate and was rated at 0.4 JNCD for pro-grade color accuracy. That 120Hz refresh rate is adaptive between 5 and 120Hz depending on what the user is doing, which allows it to produce a smooth viewing experience while conserving battery power when the maximum refresh rate is not needed. Oppo also says that it hasn't forgotten those who suffer from color blindness and has added color compensation to help those people see colors better on the Find X3 Pro. The Find X3 Pro is powered by Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 888 processor with 12GB RAM, 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage, has dual SIM 5G and Wi-Fi 6 support, and has a 4500 mAh battery that features both fast charging and flash charging, which can give you 40% power in 10 minutes and can wirelessly charge from empty to 100% in 80 minutes. Other hardware notables include an IP68 rating, NFC, plus stereo speakers. Oppo also unveiled the standard X3 Neo and X3 Lite alongside the Find X3 Pro. These two devices are offering much of the same experience but at a lower entry price point. However, the standard Find X3 comes with a 6.55-inch 90Hz AMOLED, Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, 12GB of RAM, and some marginally downgraded cameras. At the rear, the Find X3 utilizes a 50-megapixel main sensor, 16-megapixel ultrawide, 13-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 2-megapixel macro camera. There's a 32-megapixel selfie camera here too. The entire Oppo Find X3 series will go on sale from April 14, 2021. The Find X3 Pro will retail at £1,099 in the UK and is available in gloss black and blue. The Find X3 Neo will start at £699 and is available in Starlight Black and Galactic Silver. Finally, the Find X3 Lite will be priced at £379 and comes in Astral Blue, Starry Black, and Galactic Silver. Well, that's about it for today. Hope you found it helpful. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. And do show us some love by clicking on the thumbs up button. Have a wonderful day everyone, and we will be back again soon.